stood on the top of those stairs with a scene of horrendous suicide behind me, and then the steps in front of me, and it was as if, like in my whole life kind of passed before my eyes of finding my mum on the settee, and it were kind of like those two images kind of interlinked periodically. But following my mum's death, all the stuff that I did wrong and the way I'd never dealt with it and trapped up this emotion and let that ferment as anger and hurt and pain and started to become aggressive and violent. I think in its own way, this was the opposite, where it was if the bravado was knocked out of me and I was this so-called, hard case criminal type gangster guy stood on these stairs just like a little boy, just completely lost again and just wanting to go and break down and process what I'd just seen. But again, that came back, be a man, don't cry, don't show emotion. Kind of started to whisper into me, and I came down the stairs and then there's people there, and, I had to slip into kind of the mode of, right, let's get all this sorted out and be proactive. And, that wasn't the truth of it. I was broken. This was my closest friend. This felt like my right arm had been taken. And the worst thing is, we all knew. We all knew he was struggling. We all knew that he couldn't face it. We all knew that he was, in a bad place, but none of us did enough. I'd had a heart-to-heart with him about it all, and, just a couple of months before when he'd made these promises he would never do anything and all this stuff, but I knew he weren't right. And all he wanted really was he was a gentle giant. The cage fighting and the violence and all that other stuff that went with it, that would just image and the glitz and glamour of the world wrapped around a broken person.